on plot 23A. This is my first video. It's just going to be a short one to show you my allotment and what I've got growing here and give a little bit of a background story. I'm surrounded on all sides by other plots, as you can imagine, but also by houses. I'll just show you. It's like a modern day walled garden in here. Right, I'll just give you a bit of a tour of my allotment. 23A. So I've had this plot since March, I think, although it did take me about a month to actually do anything on it and get it cleared. It wasn't in that bad a state when I got it, to be honest. I think it had fairly recently been given up. It was basically just all grassed over with some weeds around the edges. So just got the strimmer in and a bit of help clearing the plot and digging these beds. I had big plans originally, but as I'm sure you're all aware, sometimes you can be a little bit over ambitious, and when it comes to gardening, things can take a little bit longer than you expect. So I'll just show you the beds. So I've got two up here. We are in October now, so so it is looking quite sorry for itself, this brassica bed. As you can see, I've got some very weed covered red cabbages. I had a few more, but I've already eaten a couple. They tasted really good. I'm not a massive red cabbage fan, I don't know why I've got so many, but I have been cooking them and then freezing them ready for Christmas and over winter with roasts and things. You can see the slugs and snails have got to them. They all, usually when you look in the leaves you can find a little home filled with slugs and snails. A nice cosy little home for them. And my red cabbages. Just get rid of the outer leaves and they're fine inside. So yes, the red cabbages, they're about to come up really. And then we got the spinach here, which I've actually planted a couple of weeks ago. So I started that off at home and planted it out. As you can see, I've got a lot of it, and it's doing alright. It's sort of getting itself established. Don't know whether I'm a bit late in planting it, to be honest, but as this is my first year of growing anything, I don't really know. I'm just playing it by ear. And then next to it I've got some kale. Again, I might be a bit late planting it out. I've only been in for about a month now, and they're not huge, but they're putting on a little bit of weight, so to speak. And I'm hoping that I'll have some nice tasty leafy brassicas over winter, which will be nice. And I do like spinach and kale, so does my husband, which is good. And also getting some new guinea pigs, another side story, but I'm hoping to keep them in vegetables for the winter. And so on to the next bed. We have got a collection of things. There were carrots at this end, which I've dug out recently. They started off really well, and I did get some nice big ones and juicy carrots early on, but I think the carrot fly caught them, which I think I was a little bit naive. Didn't really put anything in to stop carrot fly, or just assumed that I wouldn't be hit by it, but they did get in, I think, as I had quite a few rotten carrots. And then next to them I did have onions as well, and they turned out really well actually. And then here I've got these parsnips. And these plants were a freebie at the garden centre. I think it was maybe end of July I planted those out. Just some little wilting plants, and they've come out really nicely. See, I don't know. I'm going to wait until the first frost before I pick them, just to be on the safe side, because they're still growing. And then next to them I've got the leeks. Now I assume these might be ready to come out. The foliage is definitely dying off a bit. They haven't really put on much on the stalks, so it would be nice to get them a little bit meatier. I've got a few there, so I can make some pies, maybe a bit of soup, don't know. Plenty of options. And then here I did grow some later carrots as well, and they're doing alright. I think I only put half a row up for some reason. Maybe ran out of seed. But yeah, they're doing quite well, so it won't be long before I can pick them. and next to it I did plant a few swede plants, and they were really late. I wasn't expecting them to do much, and to be honest, the slugs and snails have had a bit of a feast, so I'm lucky to have a few plants that are sort of growing, so that's good. They've survived the slug infestation, and hopefully they won't be bothered by them for too much longer, and we might have some swede, which would be brilliant, because my ambition is to have some mashed swede for Christmas, along with my nice braised red cabbage, and yeah, maybe a few carrots, don't know. Okay, so those are those two beds. As you can see, they are weedy. Like I said, I've had this plot since March, and I haven't really got myself into a routine of coming up here regularly enough to keep on top of the weeds. I've had a bit of help though, which is definitely I've needed, so I'm starting to get back on track now after the summer. This looks like a right mess now. It was a lovely, beautiful squash, pumpkin, corn, courgette patch, but the squash plants and pumpkin plants have died, and I've picked the last of the squashes, and so we just need to dig them all out now. I was waiting because the courgette plant is still steaming ahead, and we've got a flower here and some little baby courgettes. See, only tiny. I didn't really get that many courgettes actually. I know a lot of people say that they're inundated with them, and I did plant a few plants and they all came up, but I didn't really have that many of them, so I might have been doing something wrong. And so I tried the old Three Sisters method minus the beans here, and I had corn in box formation growing around the courgettes, and the corn is my favourite vegetable actually, sweet corn, so I've really enjoyed that. I did get some nice cobs. I think I left it a bit too late to harvest most of them, and there were quite a lot of insects in them, but it doesn't really bother me. Shook them off and they tasted fine. So yes, I'm going to clear all this. Got big plans for this space and for this big pile of rubbish, which will soon be cleared for next year, I'm sure. And then here is what I've been doing today, and this is the strawberry bed. So it was a mess before today. I did get quite a few strawberries off it back in June. I planted some earlies, some mids and late varieties. To be honest, they all came at the same time, so I'm not really sure the whole plan worked there, but well, they tasted good. And yeah, so I really enjoyed growing them, and I'm looking forward to getting a few more next year. I started off with rows. I stupidly didn't mulch around them, and the runners went everywhere, so did the weeds, so it was a big mess. So I've just cleared off the weeds, dug out some of the runners that had sort of got themselves established, and tidied up these rows, and then planted some of the runners back in. So hopefully that'll work, and I'm not going to die, and they'll be fine. So yeah, that's all of my beds. Oh, sorry, I did forget the potato one. This did have potatoes on it. Now it's a lovely grass bed. The potatoes were alright. I got the bulbs from Poundland, so I wasn't expecting too much. But I had some earlies and some main crop. They weren't the biggest, but they tasted fine, and I'm going to move the potatoes to this bigger patch next year. So hopefully have some more potatoes and grow some different varieties as well. And here, this is final bed, the beans, runner beans. I was a bit late putting these in, to be honest, but they've done fine. As you can see, they've covered the frame. They're dying off now, and let me see. Yeah, there were a few beans left, but they'll be pretty tough. I've kind of let them dry on the vine. So I love the colour of the beans. Beautiful colours, if you can see that very well. Ooh. Yeah. I'm not much for runner beans, but it was fun growing them. They look nice, a nice addition to the allotment. I'm going to try some French beans next year, and see how we go with those. I do prefer those actually. Here we go. Here's a bean, very tough. We've still got some flowers on here. Oh goodness. Oh, that's a huge big old rotten bean. Yeah, so that's what I've been growing this year. As like I said, it's my first year, so I wasn't expecting much, and I have got a good harvest and a nice bit of variety. So yeah, a good first year, I'd say. So yes, I've only had this shed since early September, and we spent the day, my mum and stepdad, we painted it this lovely blue, cornflower blue I think it was, some lovely cream trimmings, and as you can see it's pretty cute. It looks like a beach hut, which is nice. I've got a bit of temporary decking out here in the form of some MDF, which was already on the plot when I got here, and got my trespassers will be composted sign. So let's have a look inside. I've got some squash and my soul pumpkin curing on here. Look, there we go. A little bit of orange. Yeah, pumpkins didn't do very well this year. So inside my shed, give you the guided tour. We've got a nice bit of decoration up here. It's a bit dark, sorry. We've got some pictures, bitch spotter pictures, and my scarecrow, which my mum made. Also, just better show you the curtains my mum made. She's very proud of these. Nice British themed curtains. And here's my little light. I got this from work. Cute little lamp, which is handy to have when it gets a bit darker in the winter. On a day like today, actually. Let's see if we can get some more light. Right, it's better. So I've just got a tiny little desk here, and that's quite useful. Sometimes I like to bring my laptop up here and connect it to my phone if I need to and do a bit of work. And I've also got a little notebook as well, you know, in case inspiration strikes and I need to write anything down. I've got my tools along this wall, so I've just got some Spear and Jackson tools. We've got a rake, fork, spade, hoe, and all the usual. Watering can, just a gardening tool bag here, and I love this, my little box of seeds. Got that from Tiger, little greenhouse box. I've also got a lawnmower down here, a push mower. It's not the easiest to use, but it does the job. And a couple of deck chairs, vintage of course. It's quite nice to sit out on the little decking when it's a nice day. So yeah, I think that's it for my shed. Got a calendar as well, which I got free from work, a National Trust calendar. I've got a few more bits and pieces to put in here. It'd be good to get a little unit with some storage so I can just put things, useful things in. Also really love to get a little gas stove and a saucepan so I can make coffee and super noodles to keep me going if I'm having a long day up the allotment. Okay guys, I think that's it for this video. I just wanted to introduce you to my allotment and show you around what I've been growing this year, and just to give you a bit of an overview, and then hopefully in the future I might be able to make some more videos, maybe talking a bit more about the other stuff I'm doing, history related things, just talking a bit more about myself, and obviously about the allotment, what I plan to grow. I've got some big ambitions for my shed, of course, and also for the different beds. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to year 2 of gardening and see what I can do here. It's a lovely place to come up to, especially on an evening when there's no one about like today, because I don't get any strange looks. Yeah, so I think that's it. Sorry if it's been a bit rambling. Happy gardening, guys.